The next thing that we're going to look at is the median of our data set. The first thing I want to do, of course, is to X out these numbers and use the numbers that represent our classes. Now the median is found by finding the middle number of a data set, or the average of the two middle numbers of a data set. So what I want to look at is the fact that I have 160 data points. Now I really don't want to list out 160, so I need to determine a way to find out which one of those numbers is in the middle, or the two numbers that is in the middle, since it's an even numbered data set. So I want to think of it is being listed out 160 data points listed out. That means that I would divide my data into two sets of 80. And on this side over here on the left, I would have 1 through 80, and on this side I would have 81 through 160. So my median should be the average of the number that is in the 80th position with the number that is in the 81st position. So what I want to find is what number is sitting in the 80th and 81st positions. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to think, okay, suppose I had the number 5. Well, it would take up 20 slots, or 20 positions. And then I would move to the number 15. And it would take up another 10 positions. And then I would move to the number 25, and it would take up 30 positions. And then I would move to the number 35, and it would take up 60 positions. Well, now I've used up 120 of my positions. Well, if you're looking at having 160 places and you're looking for the 80th position and the 81st, that would mean that 35 would have to be in both of those positions. So I'm going to have to take the 35 that is in the 80th position with the 35 that's in the 81st position, average that, and that will give me a median of 35. So the median of this data set is 35. The last thing we're going to look at is the mode. In looking at the mode, you want to find the number that is represented the most number of times. Again, I'm going to get rid of these ranges and I'm going to put the number that represents that class. So I'm going to get 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, and 55. And in looking at each one of those, I see that 35 is represented 60 times. So that is the most. So the mode for this data set is 35.